Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com.
I'm Bob. Happy Friday.
Welcome back to our Top 5 Friday ski industry news videos. We missed last week. Bob and I were both on vacation.
Yeah, we were both in Maine.
Yeah.
We were really close. We
Yep.
were on almost adjoining lakes, but
Not quite.
not quite. Far enough.
Yeah, it would require a probably 5-mile portage to make that connection, which it's a long portage.
It is.
But anyways, glad to be back, although vacation was nice too. Just quick apologies. Last week we made a social media post, said we were going to get a comparison up the next day, and it actually took 2 days, and I swear it was completely out of our control. You were gone already, but like the internet in the entire town of Stowe went out.
Yeah,
Did you
lots
know-
of people
did you
were
know that?
upset about that.
I mean, it was, yeah, it,
It's
like
very disruptive.
it's
You get-
pretty tough when you run an
Yeah.
e-commerce business.
Yep.
And so anyways, we couldn't get it up, and it was delayed a day. So I shortened my vacation by a day to get it up.
Make it right.
But there were some upset Instagram comments, and I was like, God, I'm doing my best over here. So anyways, that one went up last week. I think we got it up on Thursday. And then not this one, sorry. 90 millimeter all mountain comparison just went up this morning. And since then, we've already swapped this wall to the next 90 millimeter comparison, which will be more what we're calling free ride, which is just going to be skis that are more soft snow focused, more off-piste terrain focused, more twin tips, more tail rocker, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
We've had some questions already of like how to define free ride. And I don't know that there's like a singular definition. It's kind of all of those things.
Right. Well, there's multiple ways to define it. One is to define the skis,
Yeah.
and then one is to define the activities
activity,
related
right.
to the skis.
And I think in this sense, we're defining more the activity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, keep an eye out for this next week. And then the only other thing that I want to mention before we get into the news, Bob, is our Labor Day sale, which has actually been going on for probably a little over a week now. I think we started it, I want to say like Tuesday-ish of last week. It's been going on for a while, but of course we are heading into actual Labor Day weekend. So of course it's still going on. It would be weird to end it before Labor Day.
That would defeat the purpose.
Be really progressive marketing techniques. So take advantage of that while you can. We're doing free base treatments on 2026 skis, 2026 snowboards, and we've also added it on 2026 cross-country equipment. Cross-country base treatments are a little bit different in their application, but very, very similar in the end result, and glide and cross-country skis is very important.
Yep.
You can go further.
Faster.
Yep. And we've also kind of refreshed our outlet. We had like a 2025 price drops page that wasn't necessarily included in outlet. And for a few months there, it was probably a little bit confusing on where you should go. And now it's more clear. Our outlet has, I think, over 1,200 products in it. And some pretty significant discounts in there. So if you're looking for deals on past year skis, that outlet is the place to be.
I just clicked around a little bit, and there's like pro deal level pricing in there.
On 2025.
And 24 stuff too,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Any
There's
of
still
that-
some 24. There's not much.
Some of that leftover stuff is really, really well priced.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And it feels pretty robust
Yeah.
in the outlet now. There's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff in there. So take advantage of that while you can. Labor Day sale will go through Tuesday of next week. So if you miss it because you're busy with long weekend activities, you've still got Tuesday to take advantage of those deals. You ready for news?
Yep.
Okay. First topic of the week. The Indy Pass has announced 43 new partners as well as their Learn to Turn pass and program. So I didn't write down all 43 resorts. I thought that would take a long time.
That's lazy.
But we do have a breakdown of kind of some general regional areas or geographic areas. 15 were added in the United States, 11 were added in Canada, 14 were added in Europe, 2 were added in Japan, and 1 in South America. If you're interested in what they are, you can do that research.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
What is it now?
I didn't write down a total. I really regret that.
It used to be like 270, or is it like over 300 now, or something
You no
like
longer
that?
can potentially ski all. Remember
All.
when we specified whether
Yeah.
you could max out your Indy Pass, like
Yeah.
do 2 days at every participating resort,
Yeah.
and I think that ship has sailed.
Are they shooting themselves in the foot with that then?
I don't think so.
No, it seems like everyone's really.
It seems like a really good model
like it.
for a specific type of skier who
Yeah.
likes to travel.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely
Yeah.
that travel skier.
Yeah, it's not us.
No.
Like, it's not someone that lives adjacent to a mountain where they have a pass.
I mean, if I didn't travel for work reasons, and those include both Ski Essentials work as well as coaching work.
Yeah.
If I didn't travel for that, I would just ski Stout
Right.
because it's close to my house. So yeah, no, but I think it's cool. And then I think this part is really cool. They've announced their Learn to Turn Pass, which provides 3 days of skiing across just over 30 participating resorts. I also didn't write down what those participating resorts were. And that total is $189, which already sounds really good, or at least already sounds pretty good, and then sounds really good when you add in that also includes equipment rentals and beginner lessons. I just wanted to make sure my microphone was on. I couldn't remember. I wasn't looking down there for beginner
I
lessons.
didn't know what you were looking for.
Never know.
Yeah, I think they are doing a great job at getting people in the door. And it's interesting because a lot of kind of the optics from the outside is that skiing's too crowded.
Yeah.
There's too many people.
Yeah,
But that's only going to last so long. Like, you still need to refresh
right.
those beginner, those entry level, those first timers, the families, the
Yeah.
kids. Like, you need to get them in order to be more of a sustainable business.
Yeah,
So I think they're doing a good job at that.
right. And like, you know, say somebody has a really positive experience through this program, they're going to have a positive association with the Indy Pass.
Right.
So the likelihood of them considering an Indy Pass as they become more avid skiers and snowboarders
Yeah.
just feels inevitable. Unless, of course, they're like us and they happen to be like right next to a mountain that's owned by Vail.
Right.
And then what do you do?
Yeah.
But I think this is it feels like a smart business strategy to me.
It would be fun to be, I think it would be fun to be an Indy Pass skier. You know, like, we don't really get
Sure.
to see that side of the industry of bopping around to different places and doing that, like those short weekend type trips as much. And it's fun. I remember it being fun.
Yeah. No, totally. Yeah. So, pretty cool.
Yep.
You ready to move on?
Sure.
We got more pass news.
Great.
So second topic of the week, the Ikon Pass has added 5 Italian destinations. I also didn't write these down for different reasons. I didn't want to have to
Pronounce them.
pronounce all of them. But they're all in a similar geographical region, at least that's my understanding. And that's bringing their European total to 23 mountains. These are, I think I mentioned, they're all in Italy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So Ikon Pass holders will receive 7 days at these participating resorts, while base pass holders will get 5. It feels like a pretty timely and strategic move heading into the Olympics.
Yeah. Yeah, get them over there.
You know, like Italian skiing is going to be highlighted
Yep.
in the Olympics, so, you know, it just a lot of eyes on it. And then some interesting stats here, Bob. Ikon now has 23 European ski areas, while Vail Resorts, or the Epic Pass, has 10. I think it's like kind of those numbers are startling until you consider, you consider the fact that as a business model, Vail Resorts prefers to purchase their resorts while Ikon is much more willing to partner. So it's not like an equal comparison, just numerically 23 to 10.
Yeah.
It is if you're thinking about which areas you can use on your pass, but not from a broad business perspective.
What does this do to day ticket prices? Like here, it drives them through the roof. Like do you know if that happens?
Like in mega passes in general?
With like European Ikon or Epic resorts.
I don't believe it's as drastic.
Yeah.
No. But I also don't know the answer to your question.
All right.
But especially on the Ikon Pass side, because it's limited, it doesn't feel like it would have as big of an effect.
Yeah. Time will tell.
Yeah. So anyways, I think that's interesting, especially when you consider the Olympics. You ready for more ski resort news?
Yeah.
All right. Third topic of the week. Do you remember the name Matthew Prince, Bob?
He is a rich guy that wants to buy Park City, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So he is continuing his efforts to buy Park City, despite some challenges. So yeah, as a reminder or a refresher, he is the CEO of Cloudflare. So undoubtedly has a considerable amount of money. Also happens to have grown up in the Park City area. On May 23rd, so just a few months ago, we talked about how he had just bought the Town Lift Plaza and that he was also interested in buying the whole resort. Vail has expressed no interest in selling Park City, but that's not stopping his efforts. So this is a pretty interesting angle that he's taking here. He claims that their net assets, specifically speaking to their real estate assets, exceed their market cap. Numbers that he was hinting at were $20 billion in assets, which would, pretty greatly exceed their, I think, just over $6 million valuation.
Million or billion?
Sorry, billion.
Okay.
Did I say million ever?
Yeah.
I meant billion.
6 million.
Both of those are billion.
Okay, good.
Everything billion. Squarely billion. So it's an interesting scenario because he's kind of arguing that so I think the analogy that was used is like if you have a company that has $20 billion of gold bars and your market cap is $6 billion, the best business model would be to sell $14 billion of gold bars.
That would be Vail's resorts.
Right.
In his mind.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's basically arguing that it would make good business sense for Vail Resorts to sell properties.
Yeah, but that's not their business.
I
Their
know.
business is managing properties.
I hear you, but he's approaching it with this angle, and basically he wants to find an activist investor who will buy into Vail Resorts so significantly that he or she has significant kind of sway and
Like board control?
yeah.
Like an overthrow like you see in the movies?
Yeah.
All right. I can't wait to watch this one.
Yeah, so it's pretty interesting. I would say it's also highly unlikely, and I would also admit that I may not have described that 100% accurately.
All I picture is the person walking in being like, I now own 50.1% of the shares.
Totally.
And you're all fired.
And we're selling
Yeah.
Park City and actual Vail.
Right. But like also everything's got to have a price, right? I mean,
Yeah.
what has his offer been? You know?
I don't know that. I don't know that it's gone that
and
far.
what
but
and
who knows?
like what price would Vail say no to?
Yeah.
Or what would they say yes to?
Well, Bob, do you want to continue this conversation into topic 4?
Yeah. Do I have a choice?
You could leave.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'd be like a little upset personally, but
It'd be funny.
You wouldn't lose your job. You could
No.
just walk out right now and come back on Monday. No one would say a thing.
Well, now I'm interested in seeing where this is going.
Especially if you came back on Monday because it's a holiday.
Yes.
People would be like, look at Bob. He's
Working on his day off.
going above and beyond. So anyways, I feel like topic 4 would be reason for them not want to sell beyond
Okay.
the existing reasons not want to sell. So 4th topic of the week, Utah's Governor Spencer Cox is making a push to relocate the X Games to Park City in 2027. So a few reasons for this. If you're unaware, the Sundance Film Festival will no longer be in Park City. So that's a pretty big event, pretty big economic driver.
Yeah, it's a big draw.
Yeah, that they're losing. I've traditionally been in the area on kind of the tail end of Sundance, and even kind of the day after it's over. It's very obvious to tell just how busy the area is in general. They're also kind of thinking that gaining the X Games hosting responsibilities would help them prepare venues and infrastructure for the 2034 Olympics.
That makes good sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would say, without having like really detailed knowledge of this situation, I would say it's pretty likely. The X Games has been in Aspen for a while, but I don't know if I'm the only one that has felt this way, but I would say for a while now, I have started feeling like that's a weird place to have the X Games.
Yeah, I mean, Park City is certainly more central to a major metropolitan area.
Well, it's also it's become like the mecca of like free skiing,
Yeah.
park skiing, and also snowboarding, but
Yeah.
maybe specifically park skiing. So like, if you're looking for a population density that includes a lot of free skiers and snowboarders, you're getting it in Park City much more than you are in Aspen.
I wonder how much Aspen or Buttermilk or whatever, how much they end up profiting, or how well they do it, or whether they do it just to do it because
I don't
one else
know.
does it.
I mean, my assumption would be that they benefit more from the grand marketing reach of the X Games and putting the name Aspen and Buttermilk in front of so many people watching it on TV.
Yeah, like the rights, like the
Yeah,
X Games Aspen, like
right,
has always been
right,
that's been the thing.
right. But it makes me wonder, like, does a place like Aspen really need that? And you could say the same for Park City too.
Right.
I don't know that either place is lacking guests, but
And whose call is it? Like,
it sounds like it might be Jeremy Bloom's call.
okay.
So he recently kind of took over. I don't remember exactly what his title is, whether it's CEO or whatever, but he's basically in charge of the X Games these days, and he has already said that they, quote unquote, would absolutely consider it.
Sounds like a yes to me.
Yeah. And
If I said that to my kids about something, then we
absolutely
are doing that thing.
Like, can we go get ice cream?
Yeah.
I'll absolutely consider
Yeah,
it.
that means we're getting ice
You're
cream.
not going to follow that up with a no?
No. So, X Games are moving to Park City.
Yeah, so you heard it here first. Bob St. Pierre is claiming that if you want to watch the X Games in person in 2027, you're going to have to go to Park City.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Those were fun news topics. Lastly, we've got our edits of the week. First up, we've got Sage Catabriga Alosa, skiing with friends. I didn't watch the whole thing, but just looked like a really good time.
This was the one with all the hooting and hollering.
There's a lot of hooting and hollering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High energy.
Yep. And then congratulations to Stinius Skjortskift. Skjortskift.
I don't know what that J does after the K.
I don't either. I'm going to go Stinius Skjortskift.
Okay.
On joining the Forefront Pro team. We've got a little 2-minute edit celebrating that. And then we've got kind of a look back to Hoji in Ruin and Rose from 2016. Do you remember when we hosted the premiere?
I do.
I think there's still like a premiere
We got
poster.
Yeah, we have posters.
Yeah. And it's just amazing how well his skiing has held up for 10 years. Really, really good skier.
10 years. Wow.
Well, 9.
Still.
10, really,
It's 10,
because it would have been
2016.
filmed. Yeah, 10. Yep. Yeah, that movie premiere was 10 years ago.
Yep.
Wild, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got a trailer for 300 from Snowbrains. So,
Not the movie from Sparta.
no, not the stylized movie about the Spartans and the Persians.
How they get away with naming the movie the same thing?
I would imagine that no one cares,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, there's no mixing them up.
I doubt it. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. Weird movie, huh?
Yeah, the previews always made it look very, very different than anything else out there. And
Yeah, well, it had like weird color grading and
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah, I don't know, it was good.
Yeah, it was entertaining.
Yep. I don't know how factual it was, but
I think heavily stylized. Yeah. So anyways, that's it. Bob and I are no longer on vacation, so next week will look like a much normal week around here. Look out for this comparison. I'm excited to do this. A lot of skis up here that I enjoy skiing.
yeah, I like the ones more over there.
Yeah, I mean, can they see Mira's core?
I don't know, but the Mirror's core is there if you can't see
They might not be able to see Mira's core, and there were already people upset at the absence of Mira's core
Yeah.
in the video that went up today. So I promise, if you can't see it, it's right here.
it. Yeah,
Really gets a lot of attention, that Mira's
It
core.
does.
Do you think it's because it's orange?
doesn't hurt.
Doesn't hurt. You're right. So anyways, hope everyone has a really nice long weekend, and we will talk to you next week.
Bye.